Hey, what's up, class? I just wanted to quickly go over some stuff. This is going to be your attendance, so listen carefully. I'm going to point out when the attendance question actually is in the video so that you can answer it, uh, you know, in your attendance question. All right, so you should be looking at Google Classroom. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to make sure that you know what the schedule is for the next couple weeks. So this is something that hopefully gets emailed to you. But this is the final schedule for the week of May 17th. It's not actually your finals. This is for senior finals. However, it does affect your classes. So Monday, May 17th, you're going to have blocks 1 through 4, which is great because you're here now. That's 7:20 to 8:55. However, Tuesday is going to be different. Tuesday, you're going to have periods 5 through 8. Wednesday, you're going to have blocks 1 through 4 again. So we are going to see each other today, Monday, Wednesday, May 19th, and if you make an appointment on Friday, May 21st. Thursday, there is no school. No school. Then, this is your actual finals week. Next Monday, May 24th, you have periods 5 through 8. Then Tuesday, this is going to be the last day of class for us. Tuesday, it's going to be real simple. You're going to have it as work time for the final. Plus, if you want me to just straight up grade if you want me to just like grade your final project so you know how you're going to do, that'll be the day you can do it. Then Wednesday, May 26th, is going to be periods 5 through 7. Then Thursday, May 27th, is an intervention day or last day for students. That at 10 a.m. on that day, that's the last day that I'm accepting any late work. 10 a.m. because I have to meet a deadline to have all grades done later that day. So 10 a.m. on Thursday, May 27th. And that brings us to the next question of where do you turn in that late work if you have late work? Well, you'll go to Google Classroom, and at the very top, you'll see the late work form. You click on that. I want you to turn any late work in here. If it doesn't go in here, then I won't see it. Okay, if you want to turn in any late work, and that could be, I would encourage you, if you have an assignment that says the words missing in campus, that's the thing you should turn in, because that's the grade for like the final unit. The only people that ever receive an F in the class are the people that don't do those major things. And I'm talking like for this semester, that would be the debate. That would be the essay for the things they carried. That would be the final project for the things they carried, right? And if you got half credit on that, if you got a 50%, that's because you didn't actually turn all the stuff in. Please read the instructions carefully and go through those 3 check boxes. If you don't know what that is, you're going to want to make an appointment. And that's the Teacher Preach project. The project that we're doing now is going to be worth a significant amount of your grade. So turn in any late work to this late work turn in form. It turns off at 10 a.m. Now, the only way to turn in work later than 10 a.m. on that day is to take advantage of an opportunity that I will post in Google Classroom. There will be like 20 spots. If you sign up for one of those 20 spots, then you show up in person um, in room 119, and I'll work with you, and you will pass the class if you do things. However, if you miss that one of those 20 spots or one of those 20 spot signups, 10 a.m. is your cutoff. Pay attention. If you miss the sign up and 20 people get to it ahead of you, sorry, man. I've taken late work all semester. At some point, it does have to cut off. For you, it'll be 10 a.m. Then, now I just want to like go over real quick what we're doing this week. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten the attendance question. We're not there yet. So the Revising the Teacher Preach project, that's this week's assignment. If you take a look here, the purpose of this lesson is to revise the draft of your Teacher Preach project. So if you want to see some examples of what students made and the grade they got, you can click here. That'll take you to a folder with that. And before you go any further, you should, like, this lesson is intended for you to do with a draft of your project. All right. If you didn't do the, If you didn't do the index cards and assemble them to create a draft and then create a draft, then you have to go back to that part. If you didn't even do the works cited where you did research for stuff, you have to go back to that part. I'm making phone calls after school tomorrow to anyone who's likely to not, who's struggling in the class and is likely to not pass, to inform them of that opportunity to do so. So if you're like at that part, we are almost out of time for you to catch up. You can still do it, but it's going to be hard. So before you go any further, you should have a draft of your project with a beginning, middle, and end completed. For this week's lesson, you're going to identify a mentor text. And a mentor text is just an example of the thing you're trying to create. Writers learn by imitating. That really is how writers learn. That's part of the process that I do is if I'm trying to create something, I do whatever research I need, and then I look for an example of it and try to take that research and kind of plug it into that format. The mentor text can give us a structure to work with if we don't know what it looks like. Then we plug our information into that structure. And that's how we learn to write in different genres. Then you're going to complete a peer revision checklist that will help you. This is the thing that I do use or did use before I got really good at revising my own stuff and kind of knew what to look for. And I'm requiring you to conference with me. And that's going to be the subject of this attendance question. By the end of the week, you should have done the following: written and submitted the mentor text reflection, which is the teacher preach mentor text reflection. That would be right here. You basically do follow the blue directions, read everything carefully, don't skim. You'll miss stuff. Then you must work with one or more peers to complete the teacher preach revision and editing checklist. You can, if you want to like a quick, easy way to edit this, you open it on a mobile device and click a little pencil button on the top right, and that will let you edit the document directly. And then you must, and this is graded, you must attend a conference with Mr. Gittner. There are about 30 conference slots total. So if you make one early, you get to pick your time. If you make one later, you might not actually be able to do that. That is a required part of your grade. So I'd recommend you pause the video and do this now. That's what this week's assignment is. And that brings us to our attendance question, right? What would you like to talk about in your conference? What questions do you have for me? That's what I'd like you to put in the attendance question spot. What questions do you have for me that you'd like to address at your conference? All right, sweet. Thanks, guys. I'm excited to talk to you. There is no live video call this week. There isn't a whole class thing. You don't have to worry about it. What you do have to do is you click on Google Calendar, and it'll bring here, it'll show you these conferences. So you'll be able to, make a conference with me. No whole class video call. All right. Thanks, guys. See you when you say you want to see me.